Hey everyone, this is Aaron with Crypto Trends. Today is November 30th, 2018. It's, I don't know, getting kind of late at night here in good old, on the West Coast, California. Anyway, what this is about is I dumped it all again. And yes, I FOMO'd, couldn't help myself. It is what it is. We'll take a look at what I did and why. Also, please keep in mind that this is not financial advice, just my opinion. Okay, so let's move on to it. So what did I do and why? Well, I dumped one of my very, very, very favorite coins that I think has fantastic, absolutely fantastic growth potential and wonderful partnerships. Very, very strong, just astronomical. You name it, this coin, in my opinion, has got it. Very, very strong. And it is Stellar. And what I did is I actually took profits. Okay, I took profits on Stellar. And if we take a look, this is on, let me go here to the 4 hour. And when you guys are trading, it's important to take profits. It's not that you hate the coin. It's just that when a coin reaches a point, you need to have like some type of an exit plan and when you get in again, okay? It's just one of those things. It's part of trading. It's not that you hate the coin, you can love it, etc., etc. So this is on the 4 hour. Let me go to the 1 day, see if that works a little bit better. Okay, so this is actually like the 4 hour. Squeeze it down here. Okay, so this is Stellar on Binance. This is on the 4 hour logarithmic chart. And it is the XML versus ETH pair. First, let me make sure that I am streaming live. Yes, I am. I've done that before. I've done a whole video and the darn thing wasn't live. Anyway, the magic of computers. But anyway, so this is Stellar. And as you can see, it has had an absolute stellar year. Okay, it's been pretty much rock solid, moving up, nice, slow, even graphs. Yeah, there's some spikes here, but really pretty much gradual, continuous growth, which is one of my favorite things to see. Okay, and this is just a really, really great thing. And what I did is a few hours ago is I up here right around in here, when it's in this area here, let's see, right around in this area, I got out. And when did I get this? Down in here. So somewhere right around in this area. Okay, so I decided, yeah, you know what, it's probably not a bad idea to take some profits. It's about time. My thinking is, hey, here was the last all-time high, and now I was up here. So I was above the all-time high, and this is against ETH. Okay, I'm not counting it against fiat. Okay, because fiat, it sucks wind. Everything sucks wind. But what I did is I rolled out of this and I rolled it all in to an extremely strong project, in my opinion, of course. And this is not financial advice. Before you do anything, research, do your research, make your own decisions. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to any YouTuber. Listen to yourself. And it's your money. It's your decisions, okay? And that's really important. If you're not sure on how to go or where to go forward and stuff with your finances, go get professional help. That's all there is to it, okay? But anyway, with that out of the way, you know, it's important to take profits, okay? You guys get that. It's not because I hate the coin, but this is stellar. Absolutely. Do your research on Stellar. Check out my past videos on Stellar. I love this coin. Why wouldn't I love this coin? Look at that. Boom. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Can't say enough. Okay? Can't say enough about this coin. Anyway, so boom. And I did this very similar thing with Ripple a few days back. Okay? Nevertheless, love this coin. I dumped it all in to THEKEY, TKY. Look over here on coin market cap. TKY, THEKEY. Boom. Okay. And this actually showed a few minutes ago that it was above 100%. And I'm thinking, holy cow, because I was over on the markets here and looking on the ETH pair and type in TKY here. This is on good old KuCoin. If you haven't checked out KuCoin, check them out. It's pretty cool. And so I was looking at here and like, okay, fine. Yeah, and I got up here near the top. It's like I'm thinking, you know, so what? I mean, it's inexpensive. I think it's still going to grow, and this is just the bottom. Okay, that's my opinion. Yeah, I would have liked to got it down here today, but the price wasn't down here today. But I wanted to get some because I wanted to take the profits on XLM on good old Stellar, because it has had a stellar, absolute stellar year. Anyway, so I got in a little while ago. And not quite this high, but a little bit lower, but not, you know, not too bad. Anyway, so this thing, I mean, yeah, it's looking good. This is on an 8-hour chart, TKY versus ETH, and so I got in, but it's like this thing said above 100%, and I couldn't believe it. So I was trying to find out where in heck. So I saw LBank here is just like cranking as far as volume goes. 60% volume for THEKEY. I was like, okay. Went over on LBank. Wham! Huge, huge, huge candle there. I'm like, holy crapoly. And right now it says 88.62. When I decided to make this video a few minutes before I went live, it was at 104%. It's like, holy mackerel. And notice here on the sats, it's at 64.95. This is an interesting thing, okay? 64.95 sats. Just spiked up to hell, okay? 100% plus on the wick here. Then we go over here to KuCoin, and it is at 3,800, okay? 3800. Or, yeah, keep in mind there's 4 zeros in front of this, okay? Same as over here. There's 4 zeros in front of it. But this is a 66.4 right here, and the other one is a 3.8. What a wonderful, wonderful opportunity for this thing called arbitrage. And arbitrage is where you'll say, okay, well, I bought THEKEY at 38, okay, at 3,800 sats here. You transfer them over to LBank, boom, and then all of a sudden you sell them for 64. That's a pretty nice gain. And look, it went up. That's a pretty nice gain. Did it go up? Let me see. Hey, let me go down to a smaller time frame. See what it's doing here so you guys can see. Zoom. So what is going on? Somebody knows something, and it took a big dive here and it's climbing back up. So we'll see if this rolls on over to KuCoin, which would be like totally awesome. So you guys are seeing this stuff live. And if you're like in Australia, hey, you know, you're waking up and stuff like that, and you're going on with your day, and hey, do research on the key. Check out my last video on the key. They've had a very important announcement where they launched their mainnet today on the 30th. And you can find that under social. So let's go look at that. It's right here. Here it is. They accomplished their mainnet. And keep in mind it's beta. Okay? Keep in mind it's beta. And the key is associated with the world's largest insurance agency. Yes, if you did not know that. The world's largest insurance agency is in cahoots, not in cahoots, but partnership with the key, which basically it's the Ministry, okay, of Human Resources and Social Security, which is the Chinese government. Okay, so they are working directly with the government. Go ahead and do research. Read this article on the key that they have on their Twitter. The Twitter links it to their Medium article. Okay, so go ahead and read that. Pretty informative. They got this award. Here's the Ministry of Human Resources right here. Largest insurance agency in the world. So these guys are huge. The key has like something like 300 developers plus. Okay, they're doing a rollout program here, going to 35.8 million people. We have this really cool chart that actually let me bring this up, that shows their progress, their roadmap. So they're having their testnet was completed back in April. They had this they won this technology award from the government in May. In June, they had this national laboratory for the insurance. So that's how are they actually going to implement this stuff? So the keys, their people are getting together with basically the IT staff of the social insurance ministry, and they're saying, how can we roll this out and make decisions like that? Here, BDMI mainnet launch November 30th. So this is a beta program. They're doing a beta rollout here in Guizhou pension program as a national pilot. This thing's going to go for a while. In June 30th of 2019, they're going to evaluate, hey, is this thing really feasible? You know, have they worked out the kinks? All this stuff. And that's what they're doing right now. How are they going to roll this out? It's not a small rollout. It's the 35 million, almost 36 million people, okay? This is not a small rollout. So what they're doing is they're getting their processes in place for evaluation and stuff. So sometime after June 30th of 2019, you know, it'll probably take them a while to evaluate and stuff. But boom, what are they looking at? BDMI national deployment. That means the entire country. The entire country. Over 1 billion people, folks. Over 1 billion people. So what does one say to that? Anyway, do your research. That's all I can say. Do your research. The key does not advertise. It does not hype itself. They keep their nose to the ground and they work hard and they get it done. And it's important for China to do that, because China is looking at more and more of an aging population, more and more people going to collect pensions and so forth. Right now, they do a lot of stuff. You might see all the flashy lights and stuff like that in the larger cities, but there's a lot of rural areas in China, and a lot of places are really done by hand. Paperwork, it's very cumbersome, it's slow, it's expensive. The key can drastically help them increase their efficiency and reduce costs on a nationwide level. And to me, that's important. I'd find that important. So we'll see what happens to them. Best of luck. And, you know, tell me what you guys think. Tell me what you guys think. But yeah, I actually took profits on a wonderful, wonderful, one of my favorite of all coins, which is Stellar. And if it comes back in this range, hey, I'll take a look at it again. But right now versus ETH, it's above its all-time high. And you know, what would you do? What would you do if you had this amount of, you know, when does one take profits, right? When does one take profits? Anyway, so I'll be looking for other wonderful opportunities from Stellar, and I am expecting absolutely wonderful, great things for Stellar in the future. And the key, keep in mind for me, the key is a very long-term hold. So we're talking well past 2020. 2019, okay, that's that little map I showed you. This isn't until 2019 June 30th of when they're going to start considering if this is, you know, feasible. You know, their rollout plans are feasible to go nationwide, and what they can do to implement and stuff, and that could take a while. Very similar thing is happening currently with liquefied natural gas. Vechain has a pilot program going on, and that's supposed to go nationwide as well. So go do your research on Vechain as well, okay? Things are happening in China. China wants blockchain. They want it for business. So Vechain is like the business side. The key is for, like, you can call it the people side. Okay, with the pensions and healthcare, and Vechain can also get in with the healthcare type of thing. Anyway, check both of those coins out, the Key and Vechain. Also Stellar, check out Stellar. Ripple, love Ripple. Took profit on Ripple, but I thought you guys would be interested that you know, the Key with its I think it has, basically, percentage-wise, I'm looking for great things for Stellar, but then let's say Stellar moons, it goes up this high, and if the Key moons, you know, I'm talking like percentage-wise, okay? Because don't forget, when it got this point here, was down at this level, Stellar, it was way down, and it went up. Well, what was it? How many 1,000%, right? So don't know. Hopefully the Key will do that. You never hear about the Key, but hey, check it out. And so I thought you guys would find that interesting. And so now I'm all excited to go back and take a look what LBank is doing. Is it like above? Oh, it's at 83.98%. Okay, looks like it's you know, leveling out here. I'll be darned. Imagine that. But that is like parabolic. You know, what's going on with LBank? It's like, my gosh. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, so this would be a wonderful opportunity here for arbitrage. I haven't seen anything on the markets where you can get an arbitrage situation that is this tasty. Okay, and if you're so inclined to do that, you know, I mean, hey, I'm not suggesting you do. I'm saying do your research on the transfer fees and then the withdrawal fees. Do the research on LBank, etc. You could put the money in, but will you get it out, you know? So everything is at your own risk. But this is basically what arbitrage is, if you didn't know. Over here you have it at a low price where you can buy it, and over here you have it at a high price where you can sell it. And there's a big difference. And this happens all the time with bots, with arbitrage bots, specifically for Bitcoin and the larger, more liquid tokens out there, okay? Why it's not happening here, I don't know. But if I had an account on LBank and I felt secure about LBank, well, you know, could be an opportunity. Might not be. Might not, you know, check out LBank first, okay? Check out LBank first. That's all I can say. I'm not too comfortable with it personally, but you know, if you are, hey. Anyway, so that's about it. Let me go check if I have any comments. Not gonna like take off. So please like, subscribe, get notified. You get up to the date really interesting, cool things like this for me when they happen. It's like, I mean, we're watching it as it's happening, guys. So let me go check out if I have anybody on the live chat. Oh, I do. Hey everyone, how's it going? So let's see what we got here. Okay, Guild Travels. Let me go ahead and read this. Get some coffee here. Okay, so the Guild Travels has a really good question. So the mainnet is launched. Does that mean it has its own blockchain, or is it still a part of NEO? Right now, it is launched on the NEO network. Later on, we'll see what happens with the key, whether they're going to go on to their own platform or not. So we'll see. But right now, it is on NEO. There will be more information coming out on the AMA that Catherine Lee is going to have. She's the CEO. That will be on December 7th. So, you know, we'll find out more. But right now, as far as I know, and the research that I have done, it is still on NEO, so we don't have to worry about token swaps or this or that, you know. It's still on NEO. We'll find out more on the 7th. Excellent question. Thanks for asking. Let's see what else. Oops. Come on, little thing. Come on. Okay, do I think they'll have their own wallet in the future? If we go up here to the key, and once again, this is on CMC, and under the Reddit, they have a link, the key, essential information. Scroll on down, and it says supported wallets right here. Please note this right here, that you have to add a hash script of TKY to your wallet beforehand. And there it is, okay? Don't know how to do that. Look it up on YouTube. There's got to be a video on there someplace. But you have the Neon wallet, the Neon Neo GUI, and the Morpheus wallet. This is for desktop, okay? So you can check those out. Online, mobile, you have like iOS and Android here. You have O3, okay? And I've heard good things about that. And these are like the official supported wallets. So there you go. So will they have their own wallet in the future? Probably. They definitely will when they move to their own platform. So when they get off of NEO, they'll probably have their own wallet. I would definitely imagine such. Also keep in mind that the key is also looking at they're currently developing hardware devices for their biometric scanning capabilities. They're currently developing that to make sure that it is tamper-proof, that type of stuff. So the identity captured from those devices is irrefutable, and there'll be safeguards. So when the data gets captured, it cannot be faked. That type of stuff when it goes in and does the validation against the government databases. So if they're doing that for the scanning devices, they're going to be rolled out to the hospitals and the little places out in the country where you go and pick up your pension check or whatever. Yeah, they'll more than likely be developing a pretty hardcore secure wallet that is at the security level of what a government would require. Okay, and EA5, I believe they call it, or E5A, something like that, is a pretty high secure type of thing. Okay, moving on. So, some more says, hey, brother, hope your Thanksgiving went well. It did. Thank you so much. I had a great, wonderful Thanksgiving. I hope everyone out there listening had a great Thanksgiving as well. I'm still recovering from the pie. I think the only way to recover from pie is to eat more pie. That's what I heard. I think I'll give that a try tomorrow. So we'll see. But yeah, great Thanksgiving. Hope you guys did too. Also, question anything on Vechain? Absolutely. Absolutely. Vechain always has things going on. What is going on with Vechain? Oh my gosh. Wonderful thing today. Bum, bum, bum. What is this? OceanX.pro. Yes, OceanX.pro. Look at this. VTHO to VET trading. Oh my gosh. So you can actually now trade VTHO for VET. It is currently going. This is how many VET? So about a dime's worth. You call VET $1. This is 12 cents. Okay, so that's the exchange difference for VTHO, for Thor to VET. So it takes a little bit under 10 Thor to get a VET. Isn't that like totally cool? Everybody's wondering, what was the price? What was the price? This launched today. Okay, it launched today. What are the other pairs that they have here? BTC to USD, T as in Tango, ETH to BTC, ETH to USDT, VET to BTC, VET to ETH, VET to USDT, and the one everyone's been waiting for, VTHO to VET. The only other place you would were able to do that was on LBank. That has changed. Keep in mind that there is a delay for withdrawals. You sign up, and you don't have to go through KYC. You can sign up, but there's a limit of like withdrawing something like 0.1 Bitcoin worth if you do not do a KYC. But yeah, otherwise, you know, you can do extract more on withdrawals. Okay, same thing on Binance, you know, if you don't do a KYC or whatever. But you know, if you do get KYC'd, it takes a little bit of time. Keep that in mind. But once after you sign up, I believe they have a hold of about 24 hours or so. So right now, no one is able to withdraw because they just started. Okay, they just started, so there's a 24-hour hold. So these are basically deposits only. The stuff that's in here, yeah, people are buying and selling, but they can't, you know, extract the VTHO, or excuse me, the VET tokens to their wallet. Okay, they can't do that because the whole thing is that people are going to say, okay, I am going to sell my VTHO for VET, and I'm going to get more VET, and the more VET I have, the more VTHO I'll generate. So I'll be generating a bunch more VTHO that I can take and turn around and sell for VET. So it's going to be a vicious circle. It's going to be a vicious circle. Hopefully that's what I'm hoping for. So we'll see. But yeah, lots of good news for VTHO and VET. Let's go take a look at Vechain. I think it was over here. Let's go take a look at Vechain's Reddit. VET. So you notice I don't even care about the price. So not important to me right now. These things right here, the tech deep dives, they're pretty cool. Watch them if you have a chance. So they're just talking about this, and then this is kind of funky with the Ocean X. I don't know about this, but you know they have some like they have some get the home field advantage. Yeah, that's cool. I think there was something else here where they announced a type of a thing, pilot well program. You can check that out. Excuse me, I was thinking of somebody else, not Ocean X. Okay, it was something else that was funky. I think I associated the colors or something, but disregard what I was saying. But Ocean X looks pretty cool. Notice how similar it looks to, here's KuCoin, here's Ocean X. Pretty cool. I like KuCoin. So back to where we were. We're just scanning for new stuff. What's going on here? They're doing, they're just doing their thing. They're working away, okay? As far as big partnerships or anything like that, no, not yet. They're just plugging away. They're doing their thing. Ocean X is the big thing that everybody has been waiting for. So we'll see what comes of that. Yeah, we'll see what comes of that. But that's like the latest news on Vechain. Go ahead and read their Reddit, that type of stuff. The deep dive series, interesting to take a look at. What does this say here? Get the whole ecosystem. Yeah. Okay, fine. Love Vechain. Do your research on Vechain if you haven't. VET. Okay, reading some more questions here. Uh-oh, Frey's on board. I'm going to go have to look at T-Food. Another great project for Frey real quick here. Let me see. Let me read this question before him, though. First, give me a second. Gil wants to know if I'm participating in T-Food's Masternode program. What is a Masternode? I have no idea. What is T-Food? I think it's something you put in a microwave, right? Maybe something you can drink? Or maybe you mix it in with your tea? I always mess it up here. It's like TFD. Oh, there it is. For some reason, I don't know why it wasn't coming up. Okay. Chart. Dollar price wise, sucking wind. Everything is sucking wind, right? Who cares? Let's look at the project. Let's go to their website. Also things to do. Check out their social. Social's really important, man. Ooh, lots of good foods. Okay? With every new scandal. It inspires companies. Blah, 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 blah. Okay? I like T-Food because I used to be, let's just say I did stuff in the logistics side for transporting food. Okay? So, yeah, I'll leave it at that. So here's a really cool introduction you can read about T-Food. Best performing coin in the last 24 hours based on social media trade activity. Okay, great. So they do have active community here. They have tweets and stuff like that, and so they're doing their thing. All right, check them out. Brought their website up here. Let's see what it is. Just doing a quick thing. Farm to table fresh food traceability on blockchain. Ooh, so this is a thing that Ambrosis is doing. Okay, also Vechain. Please keep in mind that people need to eat, and there's a lot of people in the world, and one company cannot really handle facilitating everybody everywhere. It's just not practical. So there is definitely room in this market space for multiple companies, okay? So it might say, oh, they're competing, but you know, some might specialize in fish. Some might specialize in other things, okay? Or in regions. There's plenty of room in the market in the food industry for everybody. And I don't know. I was going to say something really gross, but I'll stop it. But T-Food, okay? 6,000 business partners, a lot of transactions, 34 million people served. It's a traceability ecosystem on the blockchain. Great stuff, right? Great, wonderful stuff. Website looks cool. They want the supply to be transparent. This is important stuff, okay? This is all important stuff. I mean, wouldn't it be cool to be able to scan a product in and know that you could see that it was like a certified organic every step of the way, that even though it was, let's say it was grown organically, it goes onto a shipping truck and it gets sprayed with Tektrol, which you know, it's like, come on, man, you don't want to kill strawberries with Tektrol and then call them organic. Okay, it's been sprayed. No bueno. But that does happen. Okay, guys, that does happen. But with traceability, was it sprayed or not? Boom, you'll be able to tell. Or hopefully you'll be able to tell that they will log that in. But anyway, T-Food. Great thing. I love this kind of stuff. Supply chain, in my opinion, is one of the premier use cases for blockchain. All right? If you think of blockchain, what does it do? What does it do? It records things in a sequence, one after the other. What does logistics do? It pretty much transport things in a sequence. Think of, well, since we're talking about Vechain, think of DHL, okay? DHL. They deliver packages, right? Scan the package in. You give your package to them. They scan it in. They know when it gets on the truck, when it gets on the airplane or the boat, when it gets taken off, when it gets put on the delivery truck, and when it gets to your house, right? They scan it at those major sections along the way. Same as food, man. Same as food. Not much difference, okay? Wonderful, wonderful thing. But T-Food, awesome. And as far as their master nodes go, well, you know, we'll see. I don't think I'm ready to divulge like how much I have of everything. I wish I had. Let me put it this way. No, I don't, but I wish I did have the amount for a master node for T-Food. That'd be cool. Also, Zilliqa is coming up with their ability to mine very shortly. Zilliqa announced their thing today as well. Lots of news. So check out Zilliqa. They have GPU mining is going to be coming available, etc. if you're into mining. But no, I'd love to have a master node for T-Food, but I just don't have that many coins. I wish I did. That would be like totally awesome, because I do like this coin. Anyway, thanks for asking. Tell me why you like T-Food. Why do you like T-Food? What is where do you think it's gonna go? We looked at this map down here. Okay, it was somewhere around here. Yeah, here it is. Okay, boom. South Africa. A lot of wine in South Africa too, by the way. So we have these: Germany, Gibraltar. Gibraltar is kind of a cool place. Vietnam, Hungary. Hungary is a cool place. South Africa. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, tell me why you like T-Food. You don't have to tell me if you have a node or not. Please don't divulge how many coins you actually have of anything to anybody on the internet. Okay, it's just don't. But I'll tell you this, I don't, but I sure would like to have that many coins to have a master node, but just not there. Okay, so am I familiar with relics? Relics, interesting. Basically think of how I see it as a tokenized real estate investment trust. Okay, interesting. Everything is going to be tokenized in the future. You can look at tokenized equities. So Microsoft, okay, instead of having a share, yeah, you can buy shares, but you can also buy tokens. And you can think of those as the shares as like being the dollars, and the tokens will be like the pennies. So I'm looking at some type of a hybrid system in the future, and this is a general trend for many things, okay? And Relics is getting in to basic, the real estate area and other things like that. So it is really getting into a field that is lining up with a trend, an overall trend of the cryptosphere, of the energy. Like when I do readings and stuff like that, it's on the market. It's a trend. It's an overall trend, and so it has. Let's put it this way. I think it has possibilities. Do you think it has possibilities? Share your info. Put a comment. Let people know. Tell us why. It's not to shill. It's to spread the information, okay? The shilling days are over. The shilling days are like so over. The fanboys and the moon boys, they're gone. And we're getting, look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin is like sucking a big one right now. Let's go to good old Bitcoin. But Relics, it is what I'm saying is that it is in a trend that has a nice good energy wave behind it, okay? And watch out for other things like it. The tokenization of assets, okay? Watch for other things like it. But let's go look at good old Bitcoin. It's been sucking wind. Do. Oh, look at that. What is that? That is a shakeout, man. That is a shakeout. Moon boys, bye-bye. Weekends, bye-bye. Can it go lower? Absolutely, it can go lower. Let's go to the day. Can this thing go lower? You bet. Do we care if it goes lower? Look how low it is right here. Okay, huge pump. There's not much more room for support. Let's go to the week. This is on Binance. Keep in mind it doesn't have the historical data. But look at that. This whole thing, it's a blown off top, and you can call this whole thing a big old box, right? That I talk about, a box pattern. People call it like a Bart Simpson head or something like that. Doesn't that look like a Bart Simpson head? A box pattern where we have the buy-in right here. It goes up, spikes it up, slow bleed, huge drop down, okay? They got all the money that they could out of these people. This whole thing in Wyckoff is called a distribution, okay? Boom. And then we'll see here, and can it go lower? Absolutely. And then that's when we're really going to see the remaining weak hands. They not only want the weak hands, they not only want the moon boys out, they want the long-term holders with the stronger hands out as well. And yeah, but how I look at cryptos is I don't look at them as cashing out. I look at cryptos as trading a liability called cash for an asset called crypto. That's how I see it. You're trading a liability for an asset. People think of cash as being an asset. It's not. You take out a dollar bill and it says a note. Okay? It says note. N-O-T-E on there, which is a promissory note. So the Federal Reserve says, okay, well, we promise to give you, well, it's not backed on gold. We promise to give you a promise. We'll give you a hug, you know, for this dollar bill. And that's about what you get. And God we trust on the back of it. I think they mean that literally. Anyway, so yeah, Bitcoin, it looks like it's blow up days. This cycle, it's a cycle, is pretty much done. Okay? And can it go lower? Check out Wyckoff stuff, okay? Check out some pictures and you tell me. Can it? Absolutely. Can it skyrocket? Absolutely. But where do you think it's going? Anyway, trends are wonderful things. Also, don't pay any attention to banksters on what they say. Okay? that's all I can say. Yeah. I'm sure you've heard of Deutsche Bank getting raided yesterday, and then today, their executive staff got raided. Good old money laundering. Yeah. So don't listen to what banksters say. Watch what they do. Yeah. Okay, moving on. Seeing if there's some more comments here. Let's see. Thanks everyone for watching. Hey, really appreciate it, okay? Bump up the likes. Bump up the likes. Helps the channel. Let's see. Let me scroll up. Okay, I answered them more. Yeah, Vechain. Yep. Thanks some more. Says, oh my God, terrific, brother. Great job. Appreciate it, man. Oh, Frey says late. What did I do? What did I dump? Let me go over that again real quick, okay? Because it's important. Let's go to one of my favorite things. This is XLM. I dumped Stellar. I dumped all of it. I dumped all of it, man. Couldn't believe it, but I had to. And I dumped it above this level. This is on the hour. I dumped it 4417. So right about here, right around in this area here. That's where I dumped it, 417. Or excuse me, 1417, right around in there. But I dumped it all. Why did I dump it all? If we go to the daily thing here that brings up this mess of a chart. I like to draw too much. Wish I knew a way to clear all these at once, but I don't. Oh well. It's okay. Usually don't draw that messy. Okay, that's cleaned up. Why? Because I got it way down here, man. When I got in, I got it way down here, and I was looking at Satoshi levels. Okay, I'm not looking at dollar amounts just yet. I'll start looking at dollar amounts in about 3-4 years. But right now, I'm primarily concerned with increasing sat value. And you know, when you're looking at a chart like this, and you got it in down here, and it's way up here. This is on XLM versus ETH. It's above its all-time high. Okay, yeah, we had this one huge ass spike. That's really an outlier, but you know, right about here, and this is at the wick. It's all-time high, and so yeah, I figured that, you know what, it's going up, it's going up. We had like this almost a parabolic here, right in this area, and so I got out right up at here, and you know what? Hey, it was just time for me. I'm thinking, you know what? It's looking good. I've been in it over a year, been holding strong, and it's just time to take profit. Okay, it's not because I hate Stellar. I absolutely love Stellar. Love IBM. I'm a programmer, man. Love IBM, but that's what I dumped. And I dumped it all. I dumped it all for the key. That's what I did. I did the same thing with XRP for the same reasons. Profit taking a few days ago. I did a video on that. So yeah, it's just because this is getting really high and it's giving me a nosebleed. This is when I begin to get FOMO. I don't FOMO. When I mean FOMO, I don't mean FOMO as getting in. I get FOMO for getting out. When it's dumping, like BTC, that's when I get FOMO of getting in. I'm scared to buy on greens. It's just how I am. I get excited when I see red. It's like I'm a damn shark, okay? I smell the blood and I want to go and eat it. But, yeah, so that's what I did, Frey. Thanks for asking. Hope that helps you out. What's the market cap on VTHO? I have no idea, man. Let's go to, maybe it's on OceanX. I don't think it's on OceanX. Maybe it's on, there's TFood again. Check out TFood, guys. Okay? Real project. Check them out. Check out their partners. Check them out. Do yourself a favor. Let's go look at VTHO. There it is. See what it says. Market cap. Yeah. We don't know. Circulating supply. We don't know. We don't know. Okay. They don't know. Let's go over to VForge. You can go to vforge.com. See what's going on there. This is kind of like where you go to track it. So there's the clauses that just started. Check out these number of clauses. 19,000 clauses. You know, that's a lot. Check out the Thor down here. The Thor burned. Check out this. Almost 700,000 Thor burned. Yay. Look at that one. 669,000. It's having some big days, okay? Right now it's at 9.9 thousand. That's because it's starting. So we'll see what's happened. But that's VTHO. What the, okay, here, market cap right here. Well, that's for Vechain. VTHO doesn't, nobody knows, man. If you know, let me know. It's like, who cares? Well, I don't mean it that way. It's VTHO is like, yeah, I want the price to go up because you can get more VET with that. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm gonna dump my Thor for VET, and I'm gonna get more VET so I can earn more Thor. That is what I am going to do. That is my plan, and everybody I've spoke to, that's their plan too. VTHO is a wonderful thing. No idea on VTHO because it gets generated. So I've seen some calculations and stuff on how much VTHO gets generated per day. It's up there, okay? But keep in mind that the usage of when it's going to get burned, when things really start get kicked off, it's going to be up there, and the demand to actually use the Thor could outnumber the supply, okay? Interesting stuff. The supply that actually gets generated per day, so they're going to have to go to the market to purchase the Thor from the generators like you and me, okay? interesting stuff in the future. Okay, and there's Gil's question on Masternode. Wish I had one, but I don't. Frey says, love my food. Yeah, we all tend to like to eat, don't we? Look at KuCoin. Let me get out of Ocean X here. That went live today, guys. Go to KuCoin. Look at T-Food. There they are. Take a look-see at T-Food. Boom, boom, boom. Top here. Doing a double top thingy. Almost a triple top. Ooh. Triple top, double bottom. Or you could say a triple bottom. Triple top bearish. Triple bottom bullish. Your guess is good as mine, man. But some excitement here. We can, draw a line here. But, I mean, this thing is so volatile. It's going up and down. It's like, where's it going, man? I just like, take the average. That's basically what I do. It's like, how do you chart that? The good thing is that it looks like this whole area here, yeah, kind of a big downtrend, and then this thing is kind of a big uptrend. Whatever. How do you chart that area? Volumes decreasing down here on a nice green candle. I would like to see that be a little bit lower with a tiny green candle. I like that sometimes. Something like in this range here, because then that this thing happens. Nice spike here. So there's good interest. It looks like there's some type of manipulation on this coin, big time. Definitely going on. This. Look at this big square. Look at this big square here. This one here. Here's that pattern. Slow bleed down to about 25% up from the bottom of the line. Hits that area. The algorithm switches. Boom. Takes a big drop. Here's another thing, and then it comes back up. It's heavily manipulated. This is not organic. Okay, this is definitely not organic by any means. So the same thing here. Boom, it's going up. Boom. Check out the pattern. You can say, okay, it's going to be doing a mirror of this one. So we could see a big spike down, do like a little head and shoulders type of thing. Who the hell knows? Okay. Could also look at it as this being a box. Not really. These are downward facing. This could be a larger one here. The thing is that it's really open to interpretation on how somebody interprets charts and stuff. Heck. But T-Food looks, let's put it this way. It's nice that it's being manipulated because that shows interest. Okay? Somebody cares enough to manipulate it. And there is some organic trading in here. Okay? There's some organic trading in here. These little ones, organic. The small volumes, sometimes they're a little bit larger ones, are the organic. The big large ones, usually that's a combination of a bot with organic in it. Okay? So people see, oh, there's interest, and the bot will kick in and say, okay, well, let's take that times 3. Boom, make a big wick candle. Joom. And let's see where this thing can go as a test. So we see that here. We see that here. So it's going to go up. And so we'll see if it follows the same pattern for about this length of time. A little bit shorter. So we'll see. But, I like T-Food. T-Food for me is long-term hold. So long-term hold. Looking at it on the weekly pattern. What do we have? Looks like increasing tops up here. This is like kind of done. Increasing bottoms here, so we have a trading channel. See this nice channel it's making? There you go. So you tell me where you think it's going to go, okay? You tell me. We do have nice decreasing candles, and this is a green with lower volume. Once again, I like really super duper low volume that is a green candle. Like this, like something like this, not super duper low, but pretty low compared to what it is. Okay, it's relative. Pretty low volume, green candle, and then things happen. So we'll see what happens with this, okay? But I like T-Food. It doesn't look too bad. Trading channel in here. Yeah, it could go up and down, whatever. Also notice this is like a big barred head shooting up. Reverse pattern of that is that it goes down, okay? So you can think right about in here. Go up a little bit, about, I don't know, 25% of the candle, not the wick, the candle, from where it started. So that brings it right about at this area. So will it go down to there? Yeah, it could. Could it not? Absolutely. This thing could just keep on going in this general overall direction here, okay? It's a guessing game. It can go up and can go down, but this is on the weekly. Okay, you spread it out there. It's a little bit more. You can draw the lines there. You can just see it. Also here, if you look at the top, it looks like, hey, it's right here, 1, 2, 3 times at a resistance level where it's been rejected through, you know, several times. Okay, wicks have gone above, yeah, on the weekly, but it's basically been rejected. And it's important to scroll out in time frame for the week. This is a week. Let's go take a look at the day. Not as easy to tell on the day, is it? You go the week, boom, easier to tell. Anyway, but yeah, I like T-Food on its fundamentals for sure, and I'm a fundamental trading kind of guy because I'm not worried about you know, a swing trade for me is you know, a year. After a year hold, that's a swing trade if I make a trade. Other people, sometimes, man, it's like a few hours. For me, it's like a year. Okay, Gail says, T-Food has first mover advantage. Yeah, there's a lot of things out there. So in its area of where it's going and doing its stuff, yeah. You know, these projects are going to concentrate on different areas, and they're going to concentrate on different specialties. Very interesting stuff. So, yeah, always look for first mover advantage. Definitely, to be a front runner, definitely has its advantages. Okay, you're not getting all that mud flung back in your face if you're behind the front runner. Front runner, clear. Clear sailing ahead if... Keep in mind, the thing with being a front runner and taking advantage of being in the front is that you have to have a good jockey on board, a good captain to steer you continuously forward. Otherwise, you could be veering off to the left and the right off your path, and by doing such, the companies behind you can pass you up. Okay, because they're going in a straight line. They see where they're going. That's one of the things that you got to watch out for front runners, because everybody else gets to see your mistakes that you pay for dearly for the learning. I mean, it costs money to learn. And, yeah. But anyway, all in all, if they have a good team, front runner, you know, first advantage, that is a big time, you know, first mover advantage. Big time. Makes a big difference. Yeah, and I already talked about Relics. Check it out. Frey says Relics is legit. I can't answer that, actually. I need to do more research. I'm neutral on that. Tell me if you think it's legit. Or if it's not legit, put it in the comments. Let you know, share your knowledge. I do know that let me tell you this, in the general overall field that it is in is a major trend for cryptocurrency to watch for in the future. It's like logistics is one of them, supply chain. That's one of those fields for crypto. Okay? That's a big, huge field for crypto. Medical is a great, big, huge for crypto. The tokenization of assets, that's another one. Boom. And that can be real estate. That can be stocks, whatever, okay? Big time. Whether it's legit or not, don't know. Can't tell you. Have to look more into it, okay? I have to do a deeper reading before I give you an answer. See, read on through. Gail says, totally agree. Blockchain technology is tailor-made for supply chain. Just makes sense to invest in credible projects. Absolutely. Ruben wants to know, hey, can you remote view Bitcoin? Absolutely. That's what I do. That's kind of like what got me into this whole thing. As I was doing a reading for somebody and this strange word came up called Ether. So actually Ether got me into the market. And then I looked at Bitcoin and stuff. But Bitcoin, I have several videos where I've done a very long presentation on summary of reading for Bitcoin. If you have any doubts, I have them down here. If you scroll on down, this stupid thing right here, this is a link. Have no fear, see long-term Bitcoin's future growth. Okay, and on that, it is a YouTube link you can click on. I did it a long time ago, and you can see how many things have come to pass. And there you go. So that is a viewing or a summary of views that I have done on Bitcoin. Okay? Thanks for asking. Hope you enjoy that. And yeah, leave comments and stuff like that. Let me know what you think, because there's a lot of stuff in there that's interesting. Yeah. So have I done remote viewing on Bitcoin? Absolutely. Let me get back to where I was. Thanks for asking, Ruben. Gil expects nothing but good things from tea food. Can save lives. Positive future, making it easier to recall bad foods. Yeah, that's a big deal. That's a big deal. I've actually been involved when there was a big, huge recall on spinach, on fresh spinach. They had an E. coli here in the U.S. And yeah, that's a big deal to be able to track it easily. Huge. So hopefully T-Food can help with that. Ambrosis can help with that. Vechain. Okay, Frey has a good point. Says, I love T-Food because with all the issues we see with food and with voting, yeah, put T-Food down in Florida, right? With voting even, everyday people will gravitate towards blockchain to assist our everyday lives, and T-Food is easy adoption. Yep, guys, do your research on T-Food. Not many people talk about it, do they? Yeah, he also says, And how cool will it be to go to a grocery store, use your mobile app, and actually track farm to table? Way cool. Wabi wanted to do that. Haven't followed them for a while. But, you know, I didn't like the energy around Wabi. But yeah, that would be very cool to be able to do that. That's what Vechain is doing with liquor and products and stuff like that. It's really important to get to be able to do traceability on food and products, big time. Not just for safety, but you know, companies lose a lot of money, and these are companies that employ people. So counterfeit goods could actually cost someone their job, and I'm sure it already has. Yeah, because the company that's employing them isn't getting the revenues as it should. Neo wants to know, what language do I program in? Well, I program in this unique language for Godot. It's called, imagine how I had that open. Isn't that interesting? Now you know what I do. This is called GD script. I also program in C#. I program in C++. I do Node.js development, HTML, cascading style sheets. I learned programming. When I first learned programming, I learned binary, which was machine language with zeros and ones. And then after machine language, where you're dealing with the registers and stuff like that, I learned this really high level language called assembly. And I thought that was really cool because you could, instead of doing zeros and ones with opcodes and stuff, that you could actually use letters. You could use like an actual keyboard and type stuff in, and I thought that was really cool. Keep in mind, at the time, you didn't have monitors. The only output device you had was a printer. So I've been programming for a while. Yeah, monitors were like a new thing. I mean, those were like super duper expensive. And they ran on a cathode ray tube if they had them, but those are like a big deal. But so yeah, so you're looking at, I don't do binary machine anymore. That's sometimes it depends on the application, right? Where you go into assembly and do something if you're looking for really tight opcode on a standalone device. High-level languages, you know, C++, game development. I mean, here I'm looking at Godot. Okay, this is Godot. It's a open source game development. You can download free of charge. You can make games in it free, both 2D and 3D, you know, etc. And you can mess around with programming and stuff like that. The GD script that they have in here is pretty easy to learn, real quick. A lot of good examples. Also do JavaScript, for sure. Been doing that. Been a web developer for some time. You know, I mean, I'm a full stack developer, systems architect. That's what I am. Basically, you give me an idea and give me time and money, and you'll get something in the end, hopefully. But I can basically take it from concept to having a product. Okay, that's what I do. Thank you for the question. And yeah, I also do, you know, SQL, all that good stuff. Multiple languages. You got to think of multiple as languages once you've reached a certain point in programming ability, is that a language is just a tool, okay? Where you're not really concerned about the knowing every little aspect of the language. What you do is you look for like just the things you need and pick them out and implement it. Okay, you get the framework, and that way you can be very, very quick. So you can learn, like if you've been doing Node.js or whatever with the JavaScript in the background, you can move on over to like Golang, Go, fairly quickly. If you're interested in programming languages, check out Zilliqa's Scilla, Cilla. check them out. They are going to have it so you can develop, and it's an easier type of programming language than Solidity. Okay, if you're interested in that. Thank you for the question. Have I had a chance to check out TKY on GitHub? Yes, I have. I took a look at it at the code this afternoon. A lot of it is, it's the front end stuff. Okay, it's the front end stuff. What's a web page made of? Okay, and they have some examples that's interesting on there, where they had a JSON, which is kind of like fields, where you have fields. So you'd have they had some stuff in there where they're asked, where they had fields for the like what kind of diseases that you had. Have you had heart disease? Okay, so that would be like on the left side, and then on the right side you would have the answer yes or no. Or have you had diabetes? Yes or no. And so that would be in a field. They put it in JSON. It's a format thing. Don't worry about it. But basically, it's just a way of formatting data that I found interesting, where they're asking medical questions on the key so it can be tracked. It's part of the data set that gets saved on the key, which is interesting. But I was looking at it. The code is very well written. It's done in Node.js. It's done in HTML. You do have some Java on the background side. Keep in mind also that the real interesting stuff is proprietary, and we're not going to see that. Okay, it's proprietary on how it actually connects to the databases, because that's what I'm interested in. The back end, the way back end stuff, but that's not there. But the stuff that is there is clean, concise, well written. It's based on pretty much standards that are out there in the industry. It uses on Node.js, it uses Express, which is how it creates web pages and stuff like that. So just looking at the code, interesting. The fields on it I found interesting on the amount and type of data that they're going to capture in the key. Interesting stuff. But yeah, have I taken a look at it? Yeah. Is it garbage? No, it's not. It looks good. I would like to see the really secret duper uber back end stuff though. But thanks for asking. Yeah, it looks good. The code looks good to me. Neo says assembly. I'm an OG. Man, it was like before assembly. I learned to program on this device that looked like a piano keyboard, and you had to, like piano keys, and you had to go hit one on off, enter, and that's how it would like take your bits. So I'd program in bits, man. So assembly was high level language. I got like a typewriter keyboard, man. That was heaven. But I started programming, gosh, back in 1978. Imagine that, man. There weren't any PCs at that time. I learned on a mainframe. I got lucky and was able to have access to a mainframe, and that's where I learned. Thing took up the entire basement of a building. It was one of those things, man. OG, yeah, I guess you could say that. So Neos uses a C# with Angular. Yeah, and that's fine. Like AngularJS. AngularJS is cool. If you're into that, check out Vue. Vue.js as well, Vue.js. You might like it as well because Angular is really popular, but check out Vue. You might like it. I wrote my own. Because anyway, because I had need for it. Okay, working with 3D games and WebGL and stuff like that, I needed my own framework, so I wrote my own custom that I basically used. But it's somewhat similar to Vue.js. Angular's really popular. A lot of jobs out there for Angular, and that's cool. If you like it, hey, it's a good tool for you. Hey, there you go. It's all about finding what works for you. Same as crypto. You love crypto? Hey, go with that coin. So it's cool. Developing is a lot of fun. Frey says, crypto has completely changed my life. I'm in the car listening to a live stream on Friday night while my friends already went inside to party. Amen, brother. Amen. Crypto is life-changing, and, spread the compassion, spread the love. Be careful with that because it might not be for them. But, hey, it will, let me put it this way, it's going to change everyone's life sooner I think than later. So you are at this time an OG, as we all are, early adopters, and hey, best of luck to all of us. Okay, guys, that's it. If you have any other questions and stuff, go ahead and put them in the not the chat, but the comments after the stream and stuff like that, and I'll do my best. And don't forget to take a look at these videos here on, because right now Bitcoin sucks. I mean, it is sucking wind, right? But if you have fear, check out this video, okay? I did this a long time ago. And it's very interesting. Also, if you're like stressing out, there's a stress relief video here that teaches a real simple breathing technique from Qigong. It's called Buddha's breath, and it could be quite beneficial if you're like stressing out. One thing I do recommend is that you practice this 5 minutes before you buy and 5 minutes before you sell something. Okay, so you can get a clear head and not just jump the gun. So you can have your yi mind, your wise mind, come in. Okay, and you don't want the ape mind. You want the horse mind, the wise horse mind. Okay, and doing Buddha's breath down to the lower dantian, lower stomach area, will help with that. Will help calm that sensation of jumping the gun. So check this out, stress relief. I found a really cool image of some guy thrown up in a toilet. I thought that was funny, man. So I put that on there because when I made it, I knew people were just stressing. They were puking because it was bad. But man, really important for this too, because volatility up our ass is coming. And it's going to be, we're going to see some pretty big swings in some real popular coins go up and down. And let's put it this way, I don't think we've seen volatility yet, okay? We have not seen volatility yet. We do not have the public, the retail public into this space yet. That's not going to hit until 2020 sometime. But at least learn how to do Buddha's breath. So you have until 2020 to learn Buddha's breath. You can do it. Anyway, go ahead and check it out. Go ahead and hit the like, subscribe, get notified, all that good stuff. You guys know the drill. But have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. And hey, catch you later. Checking out.